the thing that we see the most of. Probably out of the 500 to 600 people we see through the low vision clinic each year, there's probably a good 300 to 400 that have macular degeneration.
Are there people who previously, had pretty good sight, and maybe they started going to, the cheap disposable glasses and didn't realize that they were gradually losing their sight? Are there ways that we can let them know that they should do early prevention and checkups?
That's always going to the doctor is a good thing. And then doctors should be able to, they can often see signs of something like macular degeneration or glaucoma starting early and hopefully do things to help stop it from getting worse. There's couple different kinds of macular degeneration. The dry kind right now, they don't have a whole lot of things they can do with that other than doing vitamins, eating properly, staying out of the sun, wearing sunglasses, some of those kind of things. The wet kind of macular degeneration, they do a lot with, the ophthalmologist can do some surgeries and a little bit more medical intervention there. That helps a lot of people.
Well, some of the issues that we are concerned about nowadays are a lot of exposures to working on computers a lot. You mentioned some of the environmental exposures with working in too much sunlight. What are some of the things that people can do in terms of taking precautions or working in a more measured way so that they don't put themselves at risk?
Okay. The big things that we've noticed and we've read on, and the research that's been done, which hadn't been a whole lot of research to be honest with you, but a lot of the things they talk about that is obviously to get checkups to kind of pick up things early. Sunglasses when you're out. Sun rays can cause cataracts, can possibly make some changes in macular degeneration. So you always want to protect your eyes when you're out in the sun. Smoking is something that causes problems with vision loss. And then also eating properly. And a lot of the things that they talk about now are some of the dark green leafy vegetables with lutein and that kind of thing. And if you don't do a lot of that, then there's some vitamins out there now that are supposed to help with those kind of things. They're actually doing a new study. There was one study done for certain vitamins to help with macular degeneration. They're now in the process, about halfway through a 5-year study, to see if some of these other vitamins and nutrients like lutein and zeaxanthin and that kind of thing are also helpful. And so it'll hopefully help more of us to know whether this could be a preventative kind of thing down the road also. Because as we get older, the likelihood of having a vision loss such as macular degeneration is greater.
Yeah, and so diet and exercise and other precautions can make a real difference in terms of reducing the risk.
Right, absolutely, yes.
The Pizza Ranch, featuring a buffet that is guaranteed to please even the pickiest eaters. From a full soup and salad bar, pizzas and breadsticks, to mouth-watering roasted chicken, potatoes and gravy, vegetables, drinks and desserts, all for just one price. Their menu features a wide variety of delectable favorites. You can dine in, carry out, or have your meals delivered. There's something for everyone at the Pizza Ranch.
The Time Out Lounge, located at 313 West Laketon Avenue. Proud sponsors of the Time Out sports teams. They care about our community. With a warm, friendly atmosphere, the Time Out Lounge features Thursday, Friday, and Sunday night karaoke, as well as delicious burgers, sandwiches, pizzas, and of course, a variety of drink specials. Remember, drink, don't drive at the Time Out.
Ramos & Sons Body Shop has been proudly serving the Muskegon area since 1973. Our highly trained staff uses the latest technology to work on older restorations and late model vehicles. From our frame machine to our paint booth, we maintain high quality standards every step of the way. And at Ramos & Sons Body Shop, we provide convenient services like towing, loaners, and on-location estimates. Plus, we work with all insurance companies. Ramos & Sons Body Shop on South Getty Street in Muskegon.
Well, what are some of the issues that you've seen with seniors who are becoming a little more visually impaired, but they've taken too long to address them? Are there cataracts, or are there other things that reach a point where it becomes more invasive surgeries?
Mm-hmm. Probably the the thing we notice a lot in macular degeneration, we find a lot of times because we've got two eyes, one eye can take over from a bad one. So a lot of people will lose one eye before they get to the doctor quick enough in order to get some intervention. The second eye, obviously, is the one that they're relying on, so they'll get there a lot quicker for that. So that's always important. And we always tell people, as soon as they notice this vision, something changing, you need to get there right away, because getting to the doctor as quick as possible makes a big difference. Another thing we notice a lot of is with glaucoma, which is one of those eye diseases that you really can't feel. It doesn't hurt, even though it's a pressure buildup in the eye. But a lot of people don't know they have it, and some people even know they have it. They're prescribed medication. The fact that the medication doesn't immediately do something, and the idea of the medication is to prevent further loss, they quit taking it. So we've had a lot of people that quit taking it, and then down the road we see them again because they lost more vision. So it's very critical to follow the doctor's recommendations with the medicine and those kind of things with that too.
Well, I would think that one of the things that's also important is rest. Oftentimes we push ourselves too much, and we may not actually allow the body time to regenerate. For example, I'm a contact lens wearer, and sometimes due to financial reasons or just even sometimes improper care of our lenses, people may wear lenses that are not properly fitting, or the lenses are drying out, or things of that nature. What are things that people can do in terms of eye care to be more careful about these risks?
Well, obviously, a lot of the basic things that we hear now to take care of ourselves kind of fit into the eye mode too. The rest, the exercise, the eating properly, the no smoking, the protection from the sun, all those things can be helpful. And I think with the eye situation, a lot of that stress, too much stress, can cause some issues with certain things too. So I think it's important, just like with any part of our physical well-being, to keep those things reduced as much as possible. You get into, diabetes is a big thing. There's lots of eye problems that can happen with diabetics. So making sure your blood sugars level, that kind of stuff, at the right numbers is very important. So there's a lot of things in that area too. And it's very, very important to be, stay on top with the doctors, because there's lots that they can do too to help people.
Well, what are some of the common misunderstandings, or maybe not myths, but what are some of the common mistakes that people make? I mean, we're often told, don't rub your eyes. There's various things that people do that maybe just being a little more careful about how they treat their eyes. Mythology in terms of gamma ray exposure, too much television, or being in front of the computer screen. Oftentimes people crane their neck and they're kind of trying too hard to take stuff in. Are there things that you try to work with people that come to your clinic to advise them about? Mm-hmm.
The two big things that we notice, because we're working with a lot of people that already have some vision loss, and so with a lot of that, it's in order to see things better, you need to make things bigger. Make them bigger, sharper, so you're dealing with lighting. A couple of the things that happen quite often, watching TV is a big thing that a lot of people like to do, obviously. So getting to see the TV better, So one of our suggestions is to sit closer to the TV. Now, for years and years and years, we've always been told, "Oh, don't sit too close to the TV. You're going to ruin your eyes." Well, if you're an adult, not gonna bother you. So we have people sit 2 feet away from the TV. So that's one of those little myths kind of thing that's out there that we kind of tell people, but some people still again aren't comfortable with sitting so close, and they just don't like to do it. But that's always an option. You mentioned the computers, the posture, and all that kind of thing for doing computers, getting strain in your eyes, that kind of stuff. Another thing we hear a lot that kind of ties in with that a little bit is that people want to save their vision. Don't want to read so much, don't want to do that, I'm not going to do anything, I'm not going to keep my eyes shut, that kind of thing. And there's really nothing that you can do to save your vision. You don't overuse your eyes that is going to cause macular degeneration or cataracts or glaucoma, that kind of thing. So people can read as much as they want. The key is just and a lot of times when you're using low vision devices, that kind of thing, you start get some eye strain because it's a little more work than it used to be, or you're using different kind of lighting than you used to. So if you get tired, you start getting a headache or something, you take a break, come back to it. But as far as using your vision, using magnifiers, using special glasses, going to hurt your eyes, no.